Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Women in Society. My name is Fatima Deuji Jaffer and I'm going to discuss various issues affecting women in our society. Today I will talk about the media's effect on women's body image. One of the main concerns for women these days, mostly youth, is that the media, social and peer pressure influence the way young girls see themselves. They begin to benchmark themselves against the beauty standards that are largely proliferated through the media, leading them to have major body image issues. Statistics clearly indicate that there is a big correlation between media image and body image. One study shows that among European American and African American girls ages 7 to 12, greater overall television exposure predicted both a thinner, ideal adult body shape and a higher level of disordered eating 1 year later. Young girls are starting to believe that weight determines your worth. Their mental perception of what they look like can become distorted, leaving them to engage in risk behaviors when they feel they don't measure up to the impossible goals set in front of them. Self-image issues can lead to eating disorders, drug and alcohol abuse, as well as bullying. So where does the image of the ideal person come from? Who defines what is perfect? Mass and social media. If you watch TV, movies, explore the internet, or read magazines, you've been bombarded with the media's idea of the perfect image. Fashion models, celebrities, show hosts are often seen as role models for young girls. They appear to demonstrate what it is to be successful and popular. Their body weight, appearance, and beauty are often associated with their popularity and wealth. According to several studies, girls are more likely to turn to social media for validation than boys. Yes, social media has its benefits, but there are some real pitfalls. Social media can stunt personal growth. Studies also show that it promotes plastic surgery to correct physical flaws. A survey from the American Academy of Facial Plastics and Reconstructive Surgery asked 753 board-certified facial plastic surgeons to describe the trends they were seeing in reconstructive and cosmetic surgery. One result stood out from all the rest. There has been a 31% increase in plastic surgery requests of how people wanted to look on social media. Visual images on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram drive patients into plastic surgeries, from Botox to neck lifts. So what message is the media sending to women? Most importantly, young girls. Number one, that beauty is the most important facet of our life. Number two, to be beautiful, you must measure up to the standards set by the media. And number three, in order to be healthy, you must be skinny. The mass media outlets set the standards for being beautiful by using models who often suffer trying to keep themselves in perfect shape. Yet we tend to compare ourselves to these standards. If you fall short by comparison, the dissatisfaction with your own body can lead you down the path to self-destructive behavior: anorexia, bulimia, drug and alcohol abuse, and bullying. Let's look at each of these in turn and explore what happens. In a Duke University study, 40% of all 9 and 10-year-old girls had already been on a diet. One study from the National Institute on Media and Family reports that at age 13, 53% of American girls are unhappy with their own bodies. This grows to 78% by the time girls reach 17. There are hundreds of websites which promote anorexia or bulimia, where you're encouraged to engage in health-harming behaviors in order to be thin. Studies have shown that just visiting these websites can lead to a more negative self-image and increase your desire to be thinner. In addition, many of the celebrities and models that you may look up to as being ideal have admitted to suffering from eating disorders. Low self-esteem often leads teenagers to turn to alcohol or drugs to help them deal with negative images that they have of themselves. Often teens and kids who are not happy with their own image will find someone else to tease or bully in order to inflate their own sense of self-worth. Unfortunately, the internet has made it far too easy for this process. Teens can post anonymous comments on Facebook, texting, Twitter, Instagram, and a host of other social networking sites. Messages and rumors go immediately viral, and the damage is done and cannot be undone. People can be cruel, and when they're trying to feel better about themselves, they have no morals. The stories abound about people ending their own lives because of the damage others cause on social media. Most children and teens do not know how badly this bullying can affect others. As you have seen, having a negative self-image is harmful. It can lead to self-destructive behaviors. So how do you improve your own self-image? First, realize that the image of the ideal man or woman are often hard to achieve. Many of the beautiful people you see are in a cycle of self-destructive behavior themselves, just to maintain their image. They could be anorexic or bulimic and maintaining the image through harmful methods. Many may be on drugs to handle the stress of staying ideal. In a program designed by the National Organization Girls Inc., girls are taught how to look at the advertising and analyze the propaganda used. They learn that the women who are presented as the ideal women are often fighting their own battles to maintain their image. The girls also discover how photography is manipulated to make the models look perfect. So what role can parents play to develop their child's self-esteem? Parents must get involved. Renee Hobbs, a communications professor from Temple University, shares some alarming statistics that indicate that the average teenager gets 180 minutes of media exposure a day and only 10 minutes of interaction with parents. So what is the solution? What do parents need to do? Parents need to spend more time with their children. They need to get their daughters to look and think critically about the way the media portrays women and girls. Parents need to emphasize the importance of activities that build a child's confidence. Mothers need to understand the impact that their actions and words are having on their children. When mothers become critical of their own bodies and become obsessive about their appearances, their daughters are the first to notice and take account. Parents need to check themselves before making comments about their daughter's physical appearances. They need to think, what will this comment do to my child? If you look in the mirror and you see only your flaws, be realistic. No one is perfect. We all have imperfections, but that is what makes us unique. You need to look beyond the surface. The media presents what is acceptable in the world. You don't live in their world. You live in yours. Everyone has their flaws and no one is perfect. Not you, not me, not those around you. But don't let that rule your world. Look deep inside. Do some soul searching. That is where beauty is. Physical beauty will not last, but your intelligence, personality, and your mental strengths will remain. Take advantage of your strengths. Decide what you want to do with your life and work for those goals. I hope you all enjoyed today's talk. I would love to have your feedback on today's topic. Please feel free to share what are some of the ways you as parents play a part in developing your child's self-esteem. You can share your thoughts through our Facebook and Twitter accounts. Also, I'd love to know what topics interest you and what you would like me to discuss in my future videos. Assalamu alaikum.